I'm now honored to introduce Susan Stroud to present our Compact Faculty Awards. Susan is a fellow member of the Compact Board of Directors, and quite simply, she is a legend in our community. She was Campus Compact's founding president, as you heard yesterday, and since 2016, Susan has been a senior fellow at the Honey Nashman Center for Civic Engagement and Public Service at George Washington University. In this position, Susan has started a National Service Oral History Project, working with students and faculty to complete more than 75 oral history interviews, and she has also co-founded the National Service Archive at Indiana University. Please welcome Susan Stroud.
I don't know that I've heard a more profound explanation of how we can respond to these times than Paul just gave us. Show up, pay attention, do the work. It's engraved in my mind, and I just want to thank Paul for that. I know that's one thing that I'll carry away from this meeting with me. Thank you very much. So it is my great honor to make 2 award presentations this morning. The Ernest Linton Award for Scholarship and Engagement for Early Career Faculty, and also the Thomas Ehrlich Civically Engaged Faculty Award. So first, the annual Ernest Linton Award for Scholarship of Engagement for Early Career Faculty recognizes a full-time early career faculty member who connects their teaching, research, and service to community engagement. The Linton Award pays tribute to the memory of Ernest Linton, who raised the profile and status of faculty professional service, both nationally and internationally. And Ernest was a mentor to, I think, more than just a few people in this room over the years. Campus Compact is pleased to recognize Dr. Miranda C. Ward, Assistant Professor and Director of the Equity Department of Clinical Research and Leadership at the George Washington University School of Medicine and Health Sciences, as this year's awardee for the Campus Compact's Ernest A. Linton Award for the Scholarship of Engagement. Dr. Ward is recognized for her work in advancing anti-racism efforts within health professions education, and in designing curricula to enable students and faculty to promote health and racial equity in practice. Her research focuses on diversity, equity, inclusion, justice, and anti-racism educational interventions, as well as community-focused studies on HIV, Black women's health, and youth identity. Congratulations, Dr. Ward.
That's right. In this space, we get to still say diversity, equity, inclusion, justice, anti-racism. That's right. These are our values. I love it. So in yesterday's workshop, I opened up with a discussion on modeling equitable community-engaged research by asking for a show of hands. How many of you think of yourself as a researcher? We had hands go up. Okay. Oh, okay, we got hands go up. Okay, well, let's ask the question here then. How many of you think of yourself as administrators? Love it. Okay. How many of you think of yourselves as students? And how many of you are community members? Yes, see, this is the crowd. These are my people. I love it, right? And so just like today, yesterday, a good number of hands went up, including mine. And so now, as community members, imagine taking pride in your local neighborhood and others relegated as a site for community service, filled with lack and gaps and need, right? So, yes, I teach at the George Washington University, and it's actually located in a DC neighborhood called Foggy Bottom. And so one of my motivations is to pop what gets called the Foggy Bottom bubble. okay? Because what I really want to do is allow GW students to reframe and re-narrate their relationships to local communities in DC. And so that the only time that they're going to neighborhoods like Ward 7 and 8, the district is divided into 8 wards, and so these are some neighborhoods that they otherwise would never go to unless they're engaged in service. And so just for some context, Ward 7 and 8 are predominantly Black neighborhoods. They have a rich history and culture despite historical disinvestment. And as a proud Ward 7 homeowner, service within my local and campus community does really advance my philosophy and my values. So as an example, I'm always inviting students to Ward 7 and 8 for community events so that they can refute that tendency to keep Ward 7 and 8 residents on the receiving end of services rather than as a site of inspiration and community building. And this really orchestrates with Ernest Linton described as the Metropolitan University, where academics co-generate knowledge and solutions to the most pressing public issues. So to have my community engagement recognized in Linton's name is quite an honor. So I do want to thank GW Honey Nashman Center for Civic Engagement and Public Service, which includes Wendy Wagner, for actually nominating me for today's award. So thank you, Wendy. But also, I have to acknowledge our executive director, Amy Cohen, who's recording this right now. Hey, Amy. Thank you so much for your continued support of my professional development in Engaged Scholarship. And secondly, I definitely want to thank Bobby Lohr, the birthday girl, from Truckin', and of course here at Campus Compact for creating space for a community of practice on, engaged scholarship. But of course, thank you so much overall Campus Compact and the legacy of Ernest Linton for this national recognition.